Something's wrong, but you're moving on to the danger zone. Golden smile,
Hey, had a little hiccup there. Sorry for that blank. And yes, there's sound here. All right, cool. Hey everyone. Just a quick bit of explanation. You're going to see the intro for our game. I made a little intro sequence, but the volume might be very loud. So I'm just warning everyone in advance. We'll see you back in about a minute and a half, but a little bit of warning. Nothing's peaking in that music, but just in case, it is louder than everything else. So see you in a bit. Yeah, that was the intro video. I hope you enjoyed it.
Nice. Very nice.
And also thank you to Lynn for all of the art, for the characters. They are not all on the overlay because I got too busy making the video and then forgot to put them all. We got Leslie already. And I will make sure to have everybody else on the overlay, like during break or something. But hey, everyone. Hello. Welcome. We are Tuesday, so we are playing... I was going to say Path of Exile. I don't know why. Shadowscar. Whoa. Brain fart. We're playing Shadowscar by Arthas Games, and I'm Simon. You see him pronouns. I am the storyteller in this game, and I have two wonderful players over there playing with me this week, and we'll have like I'll narrate a little bit about Leslie, and then we'll see why he's not here tonight. But before we recap and we go back into everything, I'll let my players introduce themselves. I'll start with our resident artist, Lynn. No, other way. Lynn.
Oh, hey everyone, I'm Lynn, she, they, and tonight I am playing Aya, she, her, teen idol, ninja, and from the future setting, and who has maybe is in a little more trouble than she maybe realizes. She went through a portal and is so far the only one who has gone through it. So other than the very angry yokai that's also went through the portal. So hey.
No, it did not go through the portal.
Oh, it did not. Oh, it didn't?
No,
I did.
Because that was thanks to our other player. Hey, Yutsai.
Hey. Hi, I'm Yutsai, he, him. Playing Oro, also he, him, a hardworking chef from the place that I keep forgetting all the syllables for.
Nakatsukuni.
Yes, what our GM said. But yes, he's mostly more of a capable warrior with like one or two magical tricks. And yes, one of them is locking down people so they can't jump and escape to different worlds, which may have seemingly backfired in a sense last time.
I don't know what you're talking about. It didn't. You just ripped open a hole through space-time.
I didn't do that.
No, that's true. That's true. That is true.
I do have a claw that can do that.
I see my memory is fuzzy, so I will segue into players. Can you remind me what happened last time?
Sure, we got sent out by our bad luck boss, despite all of his lovable kind of pep talks. He warned us because we were kind of asking too many questions to stop asking too many questions. Got a bit of a feeling that this is more of a do what you're told, not don't think too much about it. Regardless, we ended up going to 6th Street, a bit more of a backwater area, not to Leslie's liking, and we ended up trying to meet up with a brilliant idea by one Aya on our team, who used the flesh mask to pretend to be one of the I'm forgetting their
The twins.
Kappa's the name.
Kappas, yeah.
Yes, one of the Kappa brothers. It seemed to go off pretty well. We all got into the car, and unfortunately, the bad guys caught on, and we were I think we were literally gassed by a toilet demon.
Just,
Car started going a little out of control. Oro tried to cut the roof off the car because it seemed like the cool thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it became a pretty rough fight because I underestimated the nauseated condition. At the end, Oro used one of his two special Mikio's abilities, the Spirit Shackles, to lock down the. I'm about to say kaiju. That's not the term for it. Yokai.
Yokai, yeah.
Yokai.
Kaiju just when they're bigger.
we haven't seen one of those yet.
Mm-mm.
But since yokai can escape into other worlds, Spirit Shackles came out to lock them into place, so to prevent that from happening. Unfortunately, Leslie tried to ram them with the car missing, and then were you just trying to tackle them, or were you also taking the car for a spin? That's how you ended up in the spirit world.
I think I was trying to trip it, and I think it was a big failure, and therefore she's probably slid into the portal. So
yes, because yokai can. I'm not sure if it's an innate ability of yokai, but at least this one had the capacity to open up a tear through realities, which they can traverse through, where we as agents tend to use like dedicated portals with drop-off points and such.
It also grossly greased itself, so you couldn't restrain it.
Oh yeah. It was able to shake off the physical shackles, but given the wording of the ability, we decided that it still technically couldn't escape into the spirit world quite yet, until it made a resistance check against my focus.
Yeah, basically it was slippery because it was covered in a lot of disgusting bodily fluids. But your magic still goes through.
Just all sorts of nasty. This is a really gross yokai.
It was a very gross yokai.
Very gross yokai.
Yeah. I mean, toilet demon is. There's only 2 words in there, and one of them is very unpleasant.
So what'll happen with our friend Leslie is the moment, or like a few moments after I went through the warp, went through the tear in reality, Leslie turns to Oro and says, I think we should, and he gets sucked into, basically folds in on himself and gets sucked into the tear. You see him, Oro, swirl and then disappear in the darkness. And you can feel there's like a sort of like a sucking, I'm not gonna say sound, but like the wind that you heard through like the hole, the darkness of the fabric of time and space, seems to want to suck in anything around itself.
Okay, so it doesn't sound like a draining toilet doing the swirling water thing.
No. It's more like a softer, as in like volume, vacuum cleaner.
Gotcha. Rips in reality do not conform to the demons that open them. All right. This is bad.
Yes, Benjiro buzzes you in and says, "Don't stay near this. There's a bakery down in Orleans. It's called Mama Le Monde. Just she's you were asking questions about it. I like she's one of those. She can bring you back. Just don't stay near this. If it doesn't absorb anybody else, it'll shut itself down. And I don't know for Aya and Leslie. Assume that they're MIA.
A little incredulous, Oro. First off, is the toilet demon still here and a threat? Because I don't think we took it out.
It's like
Yes, the toilet demon was taken out.
Oh, okay. In that case,
It is lying there with your shackles basically still kind of holding it and preventing it from getting like sucked into the vortex as well.
do yokais have spirits?
That is a good question. And the answer, I believe, is no.
Okay.
But let me
Then
double
I
check.
can't suck it into my spirit lantern then.
Let me double check. 27. Let's see, just real quick. I get the feeling that they don't. But that would not be because they used to exist alongside like the kami. And the kami are spirits by default. But then theoretically, animism states that, we all have a spirit. So they should, but for the purposes of this, and because those yokais are still under Izanami's control,
They're more like shells, perhaps.
well, they lack the concept of regret or compassion.
Is that the spirit? Regret and compassion? Interesting.
I mean,
Philosophical.
yeah. Nope, that's not it. It's Blood Family, The Masquerade.
Masquerade.
Yeah, I'll never get free of fucking vampires.
It's been a while since I played a good vampire game. Those are fun.
Don't do not
that's
do
where he's
not
been out.
do not tempt me.
I'll be a thin blood punk. I'll punch above my weight class.
It would be a great disservice. So, I will say that for the purposes of this specific one,
Sure thing.
no. Because it
Gotcha.
is the physical manifestation of the concept of a toilet.
It's fucking the spirit of a toilet.
So-
Okay, that's fair.
The
That's fair.
spiritual essence of a toilet. It's like
yeah.
God,
So,
it's
like,
like-
because it's been made
shit. It's
the
so
ideal,
solid,
the platonic ideal.
like, yeah. It's kind of. I never thought I would say that ever, but that's basically what it was, right?
Yeah, those porcelain
Whereas
days.
I would say that other yokai might actually have spirits.
not all yokai are created equal.
Well, yeah, like we'll put it mechanically.
Mhm.
Those so every monster in this game has like a threat rating, which goes from 1 to 5, I believe, and at least it's 1 to 3 in what I do have. I will say starting from 2 and higher, they probably all have a spirit
Interesting.
and could be captured, right? Whereas
Good to
under
know.
that, it's probably just not
Yeah.
not enough.
This one just has this particularly cursed existence.
Oro is staring at this like. Oh, go. Sorry, I thought.
I was just gonna say that it enjoys its existence. It doesn't know anything else than being a toilet. Like,
Mhm.
it's fine. It doesn't have any regret. Can't feel regret.
Going back to the emergency situation, Oro will look at the so our boss can see through Oro's eye.
Yes.
Oro could communicate him with the tattoo on his ear as well and speak to him with the tongue. Oro is incredulous
Mhm.
because he's feeling like he's being told just to leave his two comrades just sucked in the wormhole. I'm assuming from the boss's perspective, he sees Oro take a couple steps forward.
No.
Don't lie to
Oro,
me. If
no.
I jump in, will I end up in the same place?
Please, don't throw your life away like this. It might not. It's completely random. You might end up in a world that doesn't have a gate to go back.
I look down at the claw I still have that can rip through realities.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not leaving them behind. And from the boss's perspective, he just sees Oro sprinting at the warp, so to speak.
All right. Well, everyone's joining. So humans weren't made to witness existence. There's several more dimensions that exist that are completely incomprehensible to the human mind. There's a way to navigate this place that is fraught with peril, but feasible. And then there's making a mistake and falling in, or jumping in. So, the first thing that happens when you get sucked into the void is and I'm describing it for both of you don't hear the wind anymore. You don't feel the rush of air. You no longer hear anything, no longer see anything. In fact, you are standing in between the cracks of reality. And just on the edge of your vision, corner of your eyes, you can sometimes see just a little dot that appears and disappears. If you've ever done those tests at the optometrist where they ask you to follow a little blinking dot with your eye, it's kind of like that, except you never quite catch the dot itself. It always seems like the moment you turn your head or the moment you glance, the dot is already mostly faded away. There's so many different worlds in the mosaic. And these dots are probably what links them together. You are going to both have to make me a difficulty 4 focus check.
All right, let's give this a go. Cross. 4, huh?
Yes, difficulty 4.
Oh.
Mental, spirit focus, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's the dice pool thing. Yes.
Okay. Good start, unlike last session.
Good start.
Just 2.
Oro, you willfully jumped into the void. You still have this sort of momentum behind you. And you end up being able to, after a while, which might be seconds, might be minutes, might be an eternity, you're able to glance at the dots, and when you fix one, you manage to get like a bead on that bead, it stays there. And it sort of pulls you towards itself. Slowly. Kind of like a like floating on a lazy river. It's not unpleasant if it wasn't for the fact that you are in the middle of nothing. So, because you succeeded your focus check, you can ignore... Sorry, I was just making sure something. You can ignore reality. You can ignore witnessing existence. You can avoid seeing through basically the cracks of the in-between. That said, you can choose a beat and hope that it's the right one. That'll bring you either back home or back to a world that can then bring you back home. Or maybe the same bead that perhaps Aya fell through.
That's Oro definitely. Like, I imagine as he's sort of sprinting at the tear, it like kind of there's like inter scenes where he's remembering when he lost his arm as a kid, and his Shadowscar agent ran and shielded him before he could get killed by the yokai. And in much in the same way, he's running, trying to rescue his comrades. So he's very much looking for where Aya went. If he spots any sort of like weird ripple or like a flash of neon, which is by the amazing art that Lynn did, really cool. But like, yeah, Aya's hair, zone in on that dot.
All right. I'm gonna turn to Aya then. Aya, you stumbled through the void, and as you're floating through, you cannot see, you can't focus enough to just catch like those little dots everywhere. But after a while, after moving your head trying to catch them, you realize that the after image of these dots seem to have imprinted themselves in your retina. And as you move your head, they now form lines. You can never catch sight of a dot, but you see the line. And then from one line comes 2 lines, and then 3 lines, and then 4 lines. And I'm going to ask you to make another check. It's a difficulty 4 resistance check.
Oh, okay. Resistance check. Why not? Okay.
I'll remind you both that you have your Inio in case something
Yeah.
goes wrong. You see 5 lines. You see 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At some point, it becomes too much. And your body, just out of pure survival instinct, shuts your eyes. You can feel tears on your cheeks, but when you try to wipe them away, they're a little too thick to be actual tears. They smell oddly of copper. From this point on,
Mhm.
and Aya doesn't know when it'll stop. You suffer from the blinded condition.
Ah.
However, through this like lack of sight, you begin to understand why the lines were there, how they were formed. You can choose, if you so choose, Aya, to reopen your eyes and witness existence. If you do so, you lose a point of mind permanently, but gain a point of spirit.
You know what?
You don't have to. You can keep your eyes shut and just not try to make sense of how the lines are formed and everything. There's sort of a instinctually you know that you can reach out to those lines and you can actually almost like sew them like a loom. You can crochet existence. But to do so, you are going to have to open your mind up to the void.
So I was just thinking, it's incredibly scary in here. This is something that she didn't necessarily hope that she wasn't necessarily gonna encounter. But you know what? You thought you were bored. You wanted excitement, so I guess you have excitement. And now you have to get yourself out because what happens if you die here? Where is here? What are these lines? And she will open her eyes.
It burns.
Yes.
It
she just
burns
has,
so
there's
fucking much.
There's a certain amount of like stubbornness, like, you know, need to get through this. Got done a lot of tough things.
You see those lines all around you, crisscrossing through existence. Your feeble human mind can make sense of at least 2 dimensions in here. Each line, whenever you pluck it, or whenever you just gently graze one, you hear the voices, feel the feelings, hear the sounds, and smell all of the scents of an entire universe in one shot.
I was thinking back to a memory of going to art installation where it's nothing but like mirrors and lights like all over the surfaces, so it's like everything reflects and everything kind of like goes deep. The depth just goes on and you kind of don't know exactly. You're overstimulated, there's too much music, and there's like just like lights and it's kind of, it feels like that but way more. Although of course when she did go into that room, she almost like threw up, so you know.
One does wonder if you can throw up in a place that doesn't exist. And what happens if you throw up on the mosaic of worlds? I don't want to know.
Don't know.
But as you're probably
That's
asking
too much
yourself
for
this
Aya.
question,
That's too much for Aya. Like, I don't know if she's necessarily thinking about that. She's thinking about like, I just want to get out of here.
you notice running almost in place, like on a treadmill. In the distance is Oro. He's seemingly getting closer and farther at the same time. You can feel the reverberation of each of his footsteps on like one of the strings. You also know that one misstep and he's going to fold and become part of that string. You don't know what that world is, but it feels cold and dead.
Whatever unpleasantness that I'm feeling from over Oros, it's better than kind of being this alone. First she'll yell, Oro, can you hear me?
Can I hear her?
You remember when you were in the hospital after getting your arm amputated, or at least the wound sutured. You remember hearing the voice of a girl who asked if you could hear her. Back then, you probably chucked it to bugs
Delirium.
and delirium. Except
Like, this is
Now-
something I'm recalling from my past.
you're recalling it right now.
Oh, that's weird. Before I dove into the Terran reality, would I've had enough time to get one key point back since I used them all in the battle?
Oh, it takes like a minute for them to come back.
Okay. Could I say that I recharged my key when I was talking with our bad luck boss?
Sure.
It's not technically how the ability works, so feel free to veto. Could Oro try to summon spirit shackles, like throwing a length of chain or rope from him to Aya in the spirit world?
Funny you should mention that. Because there used to be, at the very, like, in the earliest days of what the organization that eventually becomes Shadowscar, Shinobi had developed a means to basically create like bridges. They call them tightropes.
Oh, like the
And
one
it's
I'm
by
walking.
using their key. It's a Mikio that either is not taught anymore. Like it was part of your training, right? It's, hey, here's how we used to do it. It was dangerous. We're not doing that anymore. We have like gates that are perfectly sound. So yes, you can. You just need to decide what your destination is. When you throw that shackle, what is Oro thinking of?
Oro dove in here because he believes that one of the integral parts of being a Shadowscar agent is protecting people.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that's stuck with him since he lost his arm, and that's why he works so hard to get to where he is. So, in his mind, he's worried about Leslie, who he hasn't seen since he entered, who came in before him. But he's found Aya, and he wants to make sure that wherever they end up together. So it's very much focusing on Aya, protecting Aya, making sure that he doesn't lose her, and hoping to find Leslie somehow. If you're talking about like specific like scenes, honestly, probably Refuge then, because like since he's focusing on Aya, thoughts of like the weird world that's both delightfully advanced with technology and a lot of things he doesn't understand, a lot of bright lights, and the phrase heel click toe echoes in his mind for a brief second.
Aya, from your point of view, you see a ghostly... What was the color of your shackles?
I like to think that they glow slightly blue.
Blue. This like ghostly blue length of chain just speed past you.
Mhm.
It clamps down on one length of the rope.
Mhm.
And you just hear Oro's voice very quickly just go, Hyuglito! As his image whizzes past you. Whereas he was almost standing still a few moments ago, he's now going at literal breakneck speed.
What about the chain? Is it stationary? Is it also going?
The
at that?
chain is hovering just over, like, let's say, like an eighth of an inch over the string that was cold and dead. But it stays there. Though you can feel here in the distance that whatever other point, so like the destination, but the point of origin of the chain where Oro was earlier, this is starting to basically just fade away. And you could just hold on to the chain if you wanted.
All right, so maybe this is like one of those, philosophy things I was in school. I was just kind of like take a breath and just kind of focus. And she doesn't close her eyes. She reaches out, like not like trying to grab it, but in her mind she's gonna try and like visualize that more than like that her hand actually grabbing it. Like the motion is mostly to kind of like help her focus, because I think that whole thing of like Oro kind of speeding past and like the thing, it's like maybe movement isn't real here. And all the spiritual stuff didn't necessarily training that we got from the Shadowscar, it just didn't necessarily stick as well, or she didn't grasp it as much, but she's thinking maybe it's one of those things, and she now wishes that maybe she had put a little more effort in that rather than like, you know,
Focused a little more in school.
yeah, yeah, even during the training, yeah, maybe coulda, woulda, shoulda, you know.
The moment you imagine yourself grasping the chain, Oro, your world comes to a halt. You just feel yourself falling. The chain remains connected to you. It's taut, but you can't see what's on the other end. And you just fall, until suddenly you see twinkles, stars, a nebula in the distance. It's bright red, purple, magenta. You turn your head and you see these giant floating cities in the middle of nowhere. And you feel yourself fall towards one of them. These cities are protected by a dome. Big half sphere of glass. And yet, when you come into contact with it, you just pass right through. You stop being ghostly when you hit the ground and tumble. The chain is no longer there, but you hear another behind you amidst the cries of surprise of the crowd. People, someone shouting, "We might need an ambulance!" And Aya, of course, you basically you fail with the chain with Oro. You're that second person.
Didn't take any damage. I'm okay. If a little.
Oddly enough,
woozy.
you're fine, except. Can two of you roll a d3?
Oh no. D3. Okay, D3.
The forbidden D3. I got 3. Yeah, I've lost 3 more
2.
limbs.
No, you've both aged 3 and 2 years,
Oh,
respectively. We don't need to update the art.
2 years.
just add a little wrinkle, a little gray. One streak of gray in his hair.
2 years doesn't do that to you.
I don't know. It's a spirit world.
Spirit world.
Wouldn't that be cool though? Like if we had like for every streak of gray in your hair, we could count it like the reins. It's like, oh, you've been alive for 3
Oh,
decades.
no.
You got 3
Oh,
streaks
no.
of gray.
If I'm-
Oro pushes himself up to his feet. Probably hasn't noticed the aging thing.
Mhm.
Maybe feels a little. Given it's an aging effect, he might feel a little like stiff.
It's like you were
But he-
bedridden for like a week.
Yeah. He heard the second landing, so in so many words. So he turns to see and hope that it's who he thinks he is. Who he thinks it is.
It is.
Based on your description from earlier, is Aya still blind and is she still bleeding from the eyes?
Yes. However, Lynn,
Mhm.
now that you've come back to a reality,
Mhm.
I'll tell you right now, it'll take 24 hours for your eyesight to go normal. She has, Oro, she has dry, like streaks of dry blood that fell across her cheeks. And both her eyes are just completely cloudy at the moment. If you ever, like, if Aya opens her eyes even a little, like, you would see them.
Oro would rush up to you and grab you by the shoulders. Aya, it's me, Oro.
I think Aya reacts like basically you've woken up like a sleepwalker, so there's gonna just be kind of like just like a little bit of flailing and just kind of like taking a little bit longer to like kind of like get kind of like realize, react basically. Or is that you?
Yep. It's me. You fell through the hole. Then Leslie,
hole?
the tear, the rip.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
I remember. Yeah.
Leslie fell
Is-
in after you. I don't know where he is.
Wait, he's not with you?
No, he fell in and... Look, I wasn't going to leave you two behind. It was a small chance, but glad we ended up in the same place.
I didn't see him where I was.
We'll find him. But, can you see?
I-
He kind of waves a hand in front of your face.
It's like, can you? It's dark. It's
Yeah, I think I lost an arm in the tear, but other than that, I'm good. Sorry, just... We're okay. We're okay.
she has a look like she's like she's like she's a little like startled by that, like it's the joke kind of didn't like smacked her in the face rather than being like, oh, it's like what
I gotta work on my delivery. Okay.
Mm.
Situation.
I can't.
Looks like we're mostly both okay. It doesn't seem like you can see.
No.
I think we're in your
Can't.
neck of the woods. The sky looks like very similar to when we were last here. If I had to take a
Yes.
guess.
Yes, it's just
Oh,
it looks slightly different. You're not in the same. Well, you're not on the same space station, but
not
Aya
the
would
same.
know that.
It's like there's a big purple thing in the sky.
If you'll like I will hug you and just kind of like hold on, just kind of like
Awkwardly pats your back.
like
Also, we are surrounded by a lot of people. And I
Oh,
think I
people
heard
are
someone say-
applauding at this moment. They don't know what happened. It might just be some sort of weird artsy performance.
Performance art.
I think,
whatever,
Okay,
yeah.
so I think at this moment, I think it's like. You said where I was.
Your neck of the woods. Yeah.
Oh no! she'll like just like struggle to like, put like the hood up and stuff like that. Like we need to.
The moment you do so,
uh,
someone
like,
goes,
No.
"It's Aya! It's Aya Astra! It's Aya Astra!" And you, thankfully, Aya, do not see the deluge of flashes coming from phones and cameras. Oro, you know what a camera is because you know it's part of your training.
Shit. There's
y-
signs everywhere that says we can't get caught by these.
Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna
Ooh,
put the alert level back up to 1.
I think. Wait. Before. I might have something.
Oh. Stinky.
I is just kind of like that moment of panic, but she was raised with this level of like awareness of this sort of thing, and she will get up and just kind of put her hood down and just kind of get up and try and act as like nonchalant as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you all need to keep this secret. Filming something. She'll like look at a random place. It's like we're just doing some real quiet promotion for a new show. It hasn't been announced yet, so you all gotta keep quiet.
Can you make? Oh boy. Let's go with spirit and manipulation with an extra die.
Okay.
And Oro, if you're helping, tell me how, and that'll be another.
I can't lie. You don't want me to help. Like narratively, I can't. I should not help you.
Spirit and manipulation.
Yeah,
Okay.
spirit manip.
Okay. Jesus. Okay. This is my dice I'm gonna have. And I have that thing where it's like I have less mind and more spirit, right?
Oh yeah, if you chose to, did you?
Oh yeah, I did
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Sure, why not? Let's.
That's permanent, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
By the way, I have one mind. I don't know what happens if that goes down to 0. If that happened to me.
You ever played Call of Cthulhu?
I have with Lindy. It was lovely.
Kind of the same thing.
Oh, ugh. Ooh.
Successes.
Yeah, not too bad.
3 successes. People sort of look to each other. A few of them you can see like whisper something excitedly. Then like half the crowd suddenly turns to their phone or like the little, I'm gonna say PDA, but it's the super futuristic. But like
Yeah,
they
whatever,
have like on
like,
their
yeah,
arm like their
whatever.
cyber decks or whatever.
Yeah.
And they start typing on like certain different, because you know people do not shut up. Like even if you
No, they
ask, they are
I
still.
I know they're going to, but at least it won't be like it'll be something that
Um,
is normal here, and nothing that's
a little blonde boy comes up to you, and he's holding sort of a pad with kind of like a Cintiq tablet.
Mhm.
And he's like, before you go, can I have your autograph, please?
sure.
I'm glad you didn't die in season 3.
Aw.
Let's see.
Is it true that we're not gonna see the Glorpalorps anymore? I didn't like them. They were scary.
Oh, you have to remember that Glorpidorps aren't as strong as Ian and friends, so you have no need to worry. Just have fun. And she'll do the thing of like she'll like just reach out and like
And sign on the pad.
sign. Yeah.
When you do, you notice like on a sort of holographic overlay that projects over it, like your signature appears. And the kid is like beaming smile, and he just takes the pad, like holds it to his chest and just goes, "Diabolical!" And then just runs back into the crowd.
I think at this point, I don't know how much the eye stuff is gonna like, but she's gonna like, she has like those big like incognito glasses, sunglasses.
The hangover glasses.
The hangover glasses, yes.
You, from like some of the announcements that you hear around you, from what is probably you're probably sorry in what is a like a shopping district. The messages are in English, and you believe Hindi. So you know which, like, if you're right, you know which station you're on, which is the Pan Asian station, which is, I believe, where your parents reside.
You want to get out of here? I can like just pick you up and start running.
Yeah. Actually, actually, I think we can. She'll get her phone and just need a ride at this location.
It's amazing how
It's just like a courier service, like a taxi thing.
Yeah, like a better Uber.
Yeah. Like a more ethical Uber. Like a
Oh, but like seeing as how you're a celebrity too, like
yeah.
You have like the limo service that you can just call. And a black hover car arrives within seconds.
Excuse us.
All right,
I'm just gonna
thanks.
start pushing
Oh, thank
people away
Oh, thank you.
and kind of open the door for you and get you inside.
Mhm.
I'm also going to, as I close the door behind us, as fans I assume start to crowd the vehicle a bit, I'm going to check on the tattoo's abilities. I'm just gonna like testedly say, "Hey, boss, can you hear us?"
You hear. They're all dead.
I just we know how to turn it off, right?
We
Maybe
would
not.
switch to a different frequency.
You can
I think
switch to
Aya-
a different frequency.
Aya has
He
been
doesn't
through
appear to have heard you, Oro. You just like caught.
Aya's been shaken too much by this to like have to like deal with like someone
Yeah.
else like on the edge. So she's just gonna like and just kind of like slump and just like try her best to like recover from like the stuff that happened like last 5 minutes.
The
Oro can talk him down and not like and maybe
the AI in the limo detects that you are tired, and immediately a little cocktail slides between the seats between you and Oro. The seat begins to warm up a bit and gently
What the-
vibrate to massage your back.
no, it's fine. Yeah,
What's happening?
no, just the massage and just the heat. Just enjoy it. Everything is like this, and feel free to drink it. She'll just like drink it and just like she's kind of had it and she's just trying to like
Or a
the
sniff at
creature
his for a
comforts
little
aren't
bit.
exactly doing it right now.
They are alcoholic beverages. Imagine it's a space margarita.
Tastes like margaritas from back home, but spacey.
I don't know what makes the space in it, but
So everything's carbonated.
It's got that extra zing.
everything's fizzy.
That is it, isn't it?
You want every soft drink that has like a space
more
like
fizz.
theming to it or like a space flavor in its name just tastes like awful. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
I was
every
gonna
time.
say,
Weird
like, in my
colors.
mind, space something means that you've put Mountain Dew in it.
Yeah.
And it's
No,
disgusting.
Glowing
had-
green stuff.
I've
It
had
fits, it
cosmic.
fits.
I've had the cosmic Coke, and it was just like it was not. It was
That was a
Aw,
thing.
apparently.
mint and cotton candy do not go together in a weird way. It is. If that's what space tastes like, I don't want any of it. No.
The ride.
As
Oh, yep.
oh, go ahead.
I was just
I was
gonna
gonna-
ask. The ride brings you home to your parents, Aya?
No.
Okay.
No. We're not. No. They were already pretty like resistant to this. What she's like doing. She's gonna take them to where we knew the rift was in the thing.
Isn't that a
Yes.
completely different station?
It's in the Pan Asian station.
It's just
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
slightly. It might be a slightly longer ride than like I think we were necessarily
Gotcha.
expecting. But like you know what, creature, like it's a smooth ride, and we're not being.
It'll
seen.
take about 15 minutes for you to get there.
Yeah, no one. I don't know if like the comforts of this thing are exactly relaxing to you necessarily because it's just like all new shit. There's a fuck.
Yeah, it's like I'm just staring out the window a little bit.
Yeah.
But as things settle down after the first few minutes, I would be, or Ora would turn to Aya and ask,
Yeah. How?
I hold.
How's he doing? Any word?
I flip back to the frequency, hear more sobbing, flip back off.
Leslie?
Well, let's just maybe he'll relax more when he sees us. How are you holding up?
I mean, she'll shrug and like I couldn't see Leslie over there.
I didn't see him either. We'll find him. We'll find him. And it's Leslie, Captain Leslie. Ain't no way he's lost. Either we'll find him or he'll find us. Are you okay though? I mean, he starts waving a hand in front of your face, and then he realizes you can't see it.
Hmm.
I'm assuming you're still having trouble with your vision.
Yeah, I can't. This is gonna make things complicated.
This is a weird question, but
Mhm.
how old are you? Well,
Eight-
I
eight-
asked because,
18?
and you didn't join the agency till recently, right?
No, I was I was new, just like you. Why?
I don't know. I see. When I was a kid, I got attacked by a yokai. That's how I lost the arm. And when I was recovering, between the fevers, medicine, I suddenly remembered hearing you or someone that sounded like you calling out to me.
Are you joking again?
No, I've learned that
Oh.
I'm not good at jokes, so I'm going to stop for
Oh,
a time.
that's wild. Because I sensed you, or I saw you, and I yelled out for you, and I didn't know if I got any response, but you heard my voice. Right? My voice? Are you sure?
I remember hearing it when I was a kid, between fevers, falling asleep, waking up, falling back asleep.
She'll do her best to like mimic what she what she yelled. It's like that.
Yeah, no, that sounds. It's like deja vu.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess the spirit world's not really explore territory. We were literally flying through that thing
No.
without a tether for most of the time.
No, you were there, and then you zoomed past, and like everything else, there were lines, and then there was nothing. There was no lines, and then if I closed my eyes, there were
Whoa, no,
hints of
like
lines, and
I
like
remember
and, like,
seeing
I'm like,
you. I couldn't hear you, and I threw a chain at you, and then I was suddenly falling.
yeah, and then the chain just kind of stayed in the air, and I just kind of like thought about grabbing it, and I grabbed it, and then I
Okay, maybe
the
our boss is
ground.
right. Maybe we shouldn't just randomly jump through the spirit world.
I-
That was
well, like I didn't plan on doing it.
no. I mean,
That thing was gross.
no, I'm not. And he puts like a hand on your shoulder. I'm not blaming you. I'm just. Part of me wondered how dangerous it was. Our boss kept saying to us, stop asking so many questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess maybe there's a good reason for that.
Although she'll make sure the thing is like off. It's like, is your thing? She'll make the thing off.
Oh yeah, I've been on a different channel this entire
like-
time.
I think he said that 'cause he doesn't know.
Like he's on. Isn't he in charge of us? Shouldn't he know?
I think it's probably more complicated,
Like he's on probation or something?
More of fake it till you make it sort of thing.
He does seem to have confidence issues. And a curse.
Yeah. It's just like the worst times I've had doing the show is when doctor didn't know what they were doing and they tried to bluff their way through. It just ended up being a nightmare. And I'm worried that it's the same thing. And I don't want to bring it up because
Maybe we might have
the last
to at
time
this
wasn't
point.
great, and this time he is weeping.
Right, but we're missing Leslie, and I think we're
Yes.
going to need his help. If
I mean, we're gonna
find him.
need his help, but just we might be more on our own than we think.
Well,
And I wish I
Am
had
I-
studied more about the portal stuff when we're training.
I don't think we're supposed to. We
Do
were really supposed to interact
you
with
know,
them.
swordplay sounded really cool at the moment, and I figured there'd be someone who knew more about what than I did.
I think that was Leslie, to be honest.
That's inconvenient. He probably would have been more of a help than I am, because I'm just kind of drawing a blank.
Hey, look, I'm glad you're safe. We'll find Leslie.
I mean, I'm glad nothing happened to you either, because it was, who knows? I don't.
Oh,
There were a
it was
lot of
really
strings.
weird.
There were a lot of strings and
A lot of dots.
a lot of strings, a lot of dots. And
So, am I part of the friends in Aya and her amazing friends?
sure, now you are.
Nice.
Because
Also,
I want to
I know you.
I know it's probably saving me that I can't see my phone, because otherwise I'd look. I don't want to see what kind of like news or gossip is happening. But we might have to borrow you for something, just so like if you want to ask you who is this person. So if you want to be on the show, you can be on the show. If we ever start the
Oh,
show again, if we
It's
survive.
like a stage thing. You hop on stage and you dance in front of people, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Just to know that it's just like you're in a it's like there's a lot of like we'll generate the background next. It's gonna be. How is Oro
Also-
going to be like with like theater of the mind as far as acting?
Also, I know you can't see right now, but this
Mhm.
screen's been flashing something about if you want to redirect to, and I think it says parents' home.
No. Hit the no. Like she'll hold the thing. No, hit the no. Hit
Is
the no.
it the triangle looking symbol or the X looking symbol?
It's the X. No.
X. All right.
red,
Do I
yeah.
just like? Do I hit it? Is it like pressure?
Hit it. Yeah,
Do I
just touch it.
smack
Just
the
touch
screen?
it. Yeah, just lightly touch it. Don't.
Or punches the screen?
Yeah, well, just kind of like she wants to.
You hear the sound of glass shattering.
Ow! Oh, it's stronger. It might be stronger than that, but I think she just kind of like. Ow.
There's a
Uh,
beep beep. Damage detected. Beep beep. 500 credits will be debited from your account.
I think I made it
That's
off.
a reaction. Doesn't make this. It doesn't phase her.
Okay, I think it's off now.
Okay.
Oh, it's definitely off.
Mm-hmm. Did you break my phone?
No, it's a screen on the car thingy.
Eventually. Oh,
Actually, you want? That worries. That worries her. What does it say?
Like the screen's broken now.
oh, right now the screen is like 7 different screens, but it's just like 7 fragments.
Oh, is it that thing? Isn't that thing where it has like it's like rainbowed up and has like
Yeah.
the blocks and like
Oh,
the
like the spider web cracking.
or also like
Yeah.
that liquid kind of like effect that's on there.
And sometimes you can catch like maybe like a partial image of an ad.
Maybe if I press
It's
on
just-
some pieces like in a specific way, it'll show what it's trying to show.
It
break.
just turns to a blue screen. It's just blue.
What does it being blue mean? Blue's good, right? Blue's a happy color.
Wait, the screen's blue?
Mhm.
All blue.
Mhm.
She'll just kind of like pull her head back and just kind of like.
A second drink comes out.
She'll drink that. Also, like the Also, when you did that, the clothes like go back to like she's basically just wearing like a long sleeve like tight fitting long sleeve and then like biker like kind of like biking shorts and stuff like that with like kind of like tech pattern and stuff like that on it, like little metal bits.
Hmm.
I think Oro heard the phrase punch the screen or punch it in, and he took that literally when interacting with digital devices.
They're a lot more sensitive than you thought at first. Everything's fragile in the future.
That's everything made of glass. Glass is breakable.
Yeah.
The limo eventually stops in front of the oh shoot, what was the place again?
It's like a bay of some kind.
No, you the first time you came out, because you had to take the train from there to the station. Not the station, but the like illegal auction. Get into
Right,
this gallery.
right.
Oh, sorry, it was in the Pan American habitat, so it took more than 15 minutes to get there. I
Very
apologize.
long ride.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
What?
was a laundromat.
Laundromats.
And again, you can go into the back store. People don't
I-
ask any questions.
I give Aya a hand and
Yeah, like
say,
she'll-
okay, I know where we are. I recognize
Okay.
this building.
All right, and she'll kind of like hold her hand out.
I
You
Okay.
take your arm.
you happen upon the one like person bathroom that you came out of.
Mhm.
Open the door. Use the secret motions to open the gate. And beyond the threshold of this bathroom, you now see the garden. Of course, Benchiro is not there anymore. But you notice, and we're gonna go to break on that. You notice 3 little tombstones.
What? Oh,
Wow.
oh, is it the anniversary of our disappearance?
And
We'll
be right back.
Oh no.
I'll play the intro, the new intro video when we come back. Also, so
Or was
again,
he just fast and he just like is used to it, just like put
Yeah,
it
it's like
there?
he was still crying. So it's like he can't have been crying for
No,
it's been 2 to 3 years.
Well, no, I don't think it maybe 2-3 years happened. 2 years happened. I just think maybe he like gave up.
He had
like
he had
well,
them ready.
He had yeah. He just like
He
move
had
on.
them ready to go.
Just like just put him out there.
Man.
we'll see. Just to warn everyone, the music in the intro video might be loud. So when we come back from break, be careful. I'll say something so y'all know. Be right back.
の歌消えない心の傷メシアを求め続けたあの日の夜はびこる赤煙はひどく私バラバラに崩して涙の音だけがただ聞こえかすかに言った幸せに生きて今あなたを願うなら果てないよも孤独に負けぬようにと今はただあなたを叫んでる永遠の命とあなたとの約束を灰色の瞳に映る影はもろく今を離れるほどの花足が紡ぐ沈む夕日を追いかけたあの日と重なる記憶訪れる炎を燃やすたがなったその胸焦がす大地踏みしめ妻に来る風に髪をなびかせたこの奥な戦士を空をあでやかに飾る星屑に儚い祈りを奇跡なんかまた次に見合いに行くよ輝く夢抱きしめて気を犯す
の歌消えない心の傷メシアを求め続けたあの日の夜はびこる赤煙はひどく私バラバラに崩して涙の音だけがただ聞こえかすかに言った幸せに生きて今あなたを願うなら果てないよも孤独に負けぬようにと今はただあなたを叫んでる永遠の命とあなたとの約束を
灰色の瞳に映る影はもろく今を離れるほどの花足が紡ぐ沈む夕日を追いかけたあの日と重なる記憶訪れる炎を燃やすただなったその胸焦がす大地踏みしめ迫り来る風に髪をなびかせたこの奥な戦士を空を艶やかに飾る星屑に儚い祈りを奇跡なんかまた次に会いに行くよ輝く夢抱きしめて溶け殺す泣かぬなら夢を抱けばたちまちに愛しや愛しやと転じて毒となる溶けるましないだからめと
Hey,
Benji.
warning, sound's gonna be loud.
Oh, okay.
Intro time.
首筋に流れる汗見透かされた姫事いつもの見慣れた景色
Hey, we're back. Hope you enjoyed the song. It's a really good song. I like it. And so, our two agents, our two shinobi find themselves through the gate and into Nakatsukuni once again in those gigantic gardens with all the torii gates, and now on, because it has to be, right, it's on a cliff, like the edge of a cliff that gives to like the rest of the city, that gives onto the rest of the city, and you've got like your three little tombstones: Leslie, Oro, Aya. Nothing else is written
I
on it.
can't see these headstones, so I don't know. I don't know.
No,
like, it's
only
like-
Oro
like-
knows.
Yeah, it's like
So that's foreboding.
what?
Apparently we got headstones since we've been gone. Which begs the question,
What?
how long have we been gone?
This is something that like Aya hasn't like even like it hasn't even crossed her mind that they were gone for longer. So it's just like,
Yeah, by the way, is there any indication that we've aged other than like the very small signs?
Nah, it's just small signs.
Okay. I think it's time we let our boss know we're back. You're still healing up, and we don't need you to lose your ears and your eyes. So I'll flip back to the. I'll pull my earlobe 3 times and flip back to the frequency where our boss is crying.
yeah.
You hear
And Aya will
incomprehensible mumbles
God, I hope it wasn't 2 years of this. That's
interspersed
really like
with sobs.
And what's our boss's name again?
Benjiro.
Benjiro. Benjiro! I'm gonna warn I'm about to shout like
Okay.
I'm a cook in a busy restaurant, and then
Okay.
I do it. But I'm not gonna do it in real life because I have neighbors.
I can hear their voices still.
Yeah, because we're alive!
They're taunting me with my failures.
Oh my god. Benjiro, just look through our eyes.
Huh?
Rome.
What?
Well, 2 of us.
I'm on my way, and you hear just the clatter of glass, not shattering, but just
how
like
big are these how big are these gravestones?
oh, they're like tiny. They're like
Tiny
a
little-
foot.
You want just
Yeah,
like
I'm ready.
I was just gonna sit on it on one of them because you know what, it's been a long day. You can just kind of like crouch on it and just kind of just like sit there.
When Benjiro shows up at the garden, he is dressed in dirty, like dirty sweat shirt and sweatpants. He's got like almost like permanent marks of like
Oh, he's got the red eyes.
the
no.
deluge of crying that happened.
Oh.
And he is so completely hammered.
Oh, good, great.
I thought I had lost you. How? How
Hey,
is this
Benjiro.
possible?
Yeah, Spirit Ward's a little timey-wimey.
Also,
Freaky.
nothing from Leslie.
Yeah,
Judging by the sound, probably not.
Not
Right?
since he disappeared with you 2
How long has
hours
it-
ago.
wait, 2 hours. I
Wait,
gestured
wait.
to the headstones.
Yeah, what?
Uh,
I think Aya's head just like it just like just snapped on a swivel. It's just 2 hours. It's like,
You killed us off in 2 hours?
At the moment you say that, he's just going to rush towards the two of you and like hug you as he just cries the like rivers and go like, "I'm so glad you're not dead. I can get a refund on those headstones."
Ugh. I mean, they have our names on them, so I don't.
in 2 hours. How long did you wait? How long? How long since we were gone did you give us up for dead?
Is it just no one ever comes back after jumping through one of those? Oh.
No one does.
It-
No one
No
did.
one said that. No one said that.
What? Those are what? What happened to your
no one said
eyes?
that.
One way. I can't see.
She took a
Spirit.
rough
yeah.
time traveling through the spirit.
Yeah, the horrors that were past the portal. Yeah. Not the horrors, but just like the uncomprehensible space. A lot of
This is-
lines, a lot of.
I've never seen the inside. No one should.
I mean, no one ever comes back. I guess you wouldn't know what it's like.
No, but I
But
know
not
what it's like
recommend
to
Does, okay.
lose
Does Ethan have
agents.
any idea how to? Because we're still missing one person. Leslie's still
Yeah,
missing.
Leslie.
Oh. 2 out of 3.
No, 3 out of 3.
We can see through each other's eyes, right? It's not just our boss.
Oh,
Yeah, you can if
Can
you
I
want
see
to.
through? Can I see through her?
Actually, yeah, that's a good question.
Except it doesn't work in the void.
No. I mean, like now.
Yeah, it doesn't work in the void.
Can
Wait.
she see through my eyes?
Oh, yes,
That's
yes.
what I mean, right now. Like right now.
Oh,
Not. I mean, the
I
void.
thought
Void is like
Leslie's
there's-
eyes.
No. The void. Like
Right. But we're not picking up Leslie's signal, so to speak.
Give me just a second.
Either he's passed out somewhere or he's still stuck in there.
I mean, it seemed like a really remote place in there. I think if he was there, I could sense you, but not him. So
Well,
maybe he fell. Maybe he didn't fall into the right. Maybe he fell into another world directly and didn't linger like I did.
You fell in. I jumped in. He
Yeah.
got pulled in. That might have been
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah.
I turn back to our boss, and I hopefully he's kind of put himself back together enough. I'm going to grab him by his shoulders and look at him very seriously. I guess one shoulder. I only have the one arm. Keep forgetting that. I shouldn't forget that. It's a very
We can.
important detail for
You know
morale.
what? We can both grab one.
Yeah. I grab one
think
shoulder.
we're-
I look
we're-
at.
We're both. I think. I think we're both like get a little annoyed.
Mhm.
I know he's mourning, but we need to find our third person.
Look, we need to find Leslie. Is there a way to track him when he eventually comes out of this place? Out of that realm?
The moment he comes out, I'll know.
Any realm or just like the ones that the 4 or 5 that we're told about.
Any realm that we have a connection to. There's more than 5. Just
Yeah.
we're not allowed to go there.
Yeah, I could tell by when I was there. They're all like the infinitesimal lines of places. So
Yeah, lots of
only.
dots.
So what happens if he goes to one of the ones that we don't have presence? Do we just not?
Then he's lost forever, and he lives a new life in whatever world he stumbled into.
Is there like
The tattoos won't
protocol?
connect.
The magic that holds the tattoos together, we know for a fact it works in a certain amount of worlds. I don't know past that.
So we might get lucky, we might not.
When I feel like I need to explain something. I was the handler for another team once. Back when people within the agency respected me. I had 3 wonderful agents. They were the best. I was Jasmine, Chance, and Satoshi. Satoshi. Fell through a hole. He disappeared. The cell fractured after that. After there was a fight. I wasn't in a moment of I wasn't paying attention, and someone opened a rift right underneath him. The one who did this. You remember the green demon?
Green demon.
This is a wasn't our target necessarily, but the twins, they Can we just not be in the garden, or can you just give me a time to get a shower and me not look like I came out of a 2-hour binge of drowning my woes in sake?
Yeah. Why don't we meet back up at the under the restaurant?
No, this is official Shadowscar territory. I would rather we meet somewhere else. I know. Simon needs to check the note. 2 seconds. We can meet at there's a bakery. He turns to you, Oros. The exit to the one you had. There is a room there that is completely private. It's for very sensitive meetings.
We're going back to 6th Street.
Such as when someone's getting fired. No, we're not. It's here. The gate through Mama Limon gives into here. I'll get myself ready, and I'll buy you all a cake, a celebratory "you haven't died" cake.
Honestly, until Leslie's back, I'm not really in the celebrating kind of mood.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll eat all the cakes. Give me an hour.
Okay.
All right.
Is there a place that has refuge phones here? Because falling through the world, no.
No, it's because of course, well, I mean, it depends. It depends. Most people in Akatsukuni have no idea of those other worlds.
Yeah, but if it's Shadowscar, I think we maybe have extra phone.
The Shadowscar agency, yes, you can like requisition. a
Yeah,
phone
that's what
to-
she wants
Yes.
usually.
Who do you want to call? Who you gonna call?
Oh no, she just wants a phone. A phone.
Oh,
like,
you want a phone? Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
she wants
they
a
can-
phone. Yeah.
Yeah. They can
Yeah.
requisition that for you.
Yeah. 'Cause a lot of her stuff is like tied to the phone. Like,
The fresh one.
yeah, doesn't have to be good. Just has to be functional and kind of work with the same stuff that she has. But yeah, I mean, there we can clean up as much as we can. Like,
I don't know. Flying through the rift makes me feel like I need to take a shower.
Aya
or
looks
wash off.
Aya looks like shit right now, so I think she wants to like at least take a shower and like do those.
Cool.
Everybody needs to get cleaned up.
We
We were also spit on by a toilet yoke.
Yeah, by the
Yes.
yeah, I forgot. Toilet demon.
We must like just like smell the worst. It's like the
Oh,
ugh.
Benjiro didn't care.
Yeah.
You were alive. You get clean. Get back to the bakery. It's a place that you've probably passed by a couple of times, Oro. Like, Nakatsukuni is a capital city. Like, it's the size of, Edo, Kyoto.
Can we do the thing where, like, if I can see through Oro's eye, can it be like a third person I walk in front of Oro so I can see what I'm
Third person perspective.
walking? Yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can. If you're next to
still,
Oro,
it still looks like incredibly like awkward.
You want me to walk behind you?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
I
get-
guess I
just-
can.
You see her just kind of like walking and just kind of like avoid something, just takes them like a really exaggerated like
Like a second lag.
it's
Yeah.
so strange to see the two of you
Yeah.
try to like keep up with one another. So long as you're not in combat, that's fine.
it's like yeah, it's not gonna
Functional sight.
functional. Yeah.
Oh, Oro would give you like a after we get cleaned up, or would give you like a hot towel to put over your eyes and like a cup of what is equivalently like a matcha, kind of like an herbal drink that's supposed to be good for you. I don't know if it'll help, but
Yeah. I
you know,
Oro-
home remedies.
she appreciates it, you know. Like,
Oro, you would notice that the clouds in Aya's eyes have begun to recede,
Oh,
but that
can you see a little more light? Looks like it's getting better.
mhm. Wait, it looks. She like do the thing where it looks different.
um
I still can't really. I mean, I
the
still can't
color
really
of her irises seems to sparkle.
Oh,
And no, not sparkle. They shimmer.
whoa, again.
Oh shit! Do I have like? Do I have
Your
like
special
Reddit
eyes?
Do I have
Now you have special
Reddit?
Huh.
What they call
It
it?
looks like your vision's coming back, but there might be something going on. Why don't we
Like-
get checked out by a medic?
Yeah, I think that was gonna be on the list of things to do, but you know, as long as it's not looking worse and it's something we can deal with, I'll just be.
At the same time, though, if people have not come back from flying through the space between,
Mhm.
and we have, they might not want us going anywhere while they check on us. And I really want to get out there and find Leslie as soon as she pops up.
Same. I don't know if we want to go through like the. They're gonna want to ask us a lot of questions, and it's gonna be a lot of describing things I don't really know, and
I don't know how long they
I'm gonna
keep
be
us here.
distracted because like Leslie's out there, and
Yeah.
I thought there was.
But it looks like
I thought there was only like a handful of worlds, but God, that's so.
so. Looks now that
Yep.
you've mentioned it, I think all those dots were probably worlds we saw.
many. I mean, we did find each other, so it's not entirely impossible. Maybe it's some spirit thing. I'm grasping at straws, so I'm just hoping that trying to remain positive about finding him.
Well, we have one Hail Mary. If he is on one of those worlds we can't technically jump to through a gate, and he'll tap the claw still hanging by his side. Risky as hell, though. Yeah. All right, I'm in the mood for apple tarts.
Yeah, I'm in the mood for pretty much anything. So let's
When you come in, the
grab the door in third person, just kind of.
it's so
a
weird.
little lower, a little to the left.
Yeah.
The baker here is not human. This is something that is rare in Nakatsukuni, Oro. But you've seen them before. They used to not live necessarily in the city, but, you know, since most of the world got destroyed, those who survived. This is a kami.
Oh.
A kami who took specifically the shape of an anthropomorphic hippopotamus.
Oh.
Whoa.
The tiny mustache.
Oh.
Ah! You! I bet you're Benji's friend. He told me, have your pick on the house. And he just like waves to everything that's in the on display on the counter. It smells like fresh, like almond cakes.
Fresh bakery
Had been-
smell.
Yeah. Anything you want is like, unless you're, you know, still going overboard, but anything
Right.
you would want is there.
Earl gets like a apple tart and some kind of like meat bun with a little like egg in it.
Mm,
Something savory, something sweet.
a complete meal.
Yes.
I'm gonna want to eat
Yeah.
Japanese cakes now.
There's no Japanese bakery in my town. I wish there was.
Well, there's one in Montreal that I know where to go, and they have like the perfect little, like butt cakes that
Aw.
jiggle.
Oh, the
Super cute.
yeah.
Anyway,
I think I will
Where-
get like a pudding and then like some green tea like cookies.
damn. When you get to the special room, which the hippo chef brings you to, because it's not where the clientele is normally, nor is it in the back. It's like this like VIP room, right? That's normally locked. And he just motions, you know, it's over there. Benji is currently sitting down with multiple like sheets of papers scattered or like in front of him in like a fan. He's got like 3 plates that just have like crumbs of stuff. Apparently in that 1 hour he managed to take a shower, get to the bakery, and stuff his face with comfort food. He looks like he's now holding himself together a little more.
That's good.
And when you come in, he immediately gets up, bows a little, motions for you to like take whatever seats you want. And as he closes the door, says, I think I owe you some explanations.
Explanation would be good.
Well, as you know, I was made your handler, but I wasn't assigned any mission. I guess I should
Wait,
go back.
you weren't assigned a mission? Well, what have we been doing?
When I joined the agency, I faked my credentials, and I impersonated a man. Well, I took on a persona that reminded me of my father, and I held it for the better part of a decade. And when I got demoted after the Satoshi incident, I wondered why the agency didn't just fire me. Mind you, they can't. I understand that. But I didn't know if I could do it anymore. And then I saw your files, and I thought that was it. This is my chance to make things right. And I don't think that was fair to the three of you. He looks to an empty seat. So the last team I had, they were trailing this yokai. She goes by the name Kagura.
Kagura.
She's a smuggler. She works... Well, not just a smuggler. Details. She works for a stronger yokai called the Green Demon. He's been responsible for quite a lot of damage. It's
And that's who took out your last team, the Green Demon?
we were trying to get to the Green Demon, and I thought Kagura could lead us to him. And we were close. We were close, but then she betrayed us. We've already met her two enforcers, Daisuke and Hachi. And her assassin, I guess. I don't really know. He wasn't there before. Sorry, Simon needs to find the name of that. The Akaname that you encountered in 5th Street.
Mm-hmm.
The Toilet Demon.
The Toilet Demon. Yes. Well, Kagura opened a rift, and she dove through, bringing Satoshi with her. After what happened, Chance and Jasmine blamed me. They're kind of right. I just wish I could have told them. They split. And you see, it's not failing a mission that got me demoted. Once you join the Shadow Scar, you don't leave the Shadow Scar. Ever. Because of everything that we know. It makes us dangerous, especially if an ex-agent could be compromised. No, I got demoted because I hid for a time. And he turns like a couple of like sheets of papers that he has to like and pushes them towards you. I hid the fact that Chance and Jasmine left.
Or kind of picks up the paper to kind of just like look it over, taking it in.
Chance? Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to mention he's seeing a lot of parallels with the current situation. One team member goes missing.
Mm-hmm.
Technically not really supposed to be running missions, or there's some kind of like falsehood or like not fully honest.
Yeah.
He's getting a little pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
I'll describe the files after. I'll just finish Benjiro's monologue. I knew that they'd be better off elsewhere. When the director found out I was demoted, I was to file paperwork for the rest of my life. But You know, there's one thing when you file paperwork that a lot of people oversee, is that you have access to all the paperwork. And a request for a new team is part of the paperwork. So I made sure it went through the right places, and, well, the agency's running on a skeleton crew as it is. None of our cells have the resources that we used to have during the Veil War. So I was assigned to the three of you. And I thought maybe I could get back into the good graces of the director if you could find Kagura and bring her to justice. If we could get a lead on the Green Demon. I was selfish. He like bows deeply. I apologize. I should have been honest. Especially since I'm supposed to be your guardian angel.
Quick question. How breakable does this table look?
So fucking breakable.
Break the table.
I think when he's in the middle of a bow, Oro just kind of raises a fist and slams it down on the table. Perhaps breaking it in half.
Yeah.
I'll give you a choice. You either break it or it flips and it hits him under the chin as he gets back up.
I think he'll just like break it in half. Like he's looking down at the table and then a crack appears and it just collapses in half with a loud slamming of his fist. Aya seeing through Oro's eyes.
I think I just get like really kind of like disoriented because it's just like
So
get
you
up.
can see that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, go no, go ahead.
He's staring directly at Benjiro. He's going to step over the table or step on it to get to Benjiro, so they're like face to face.
Uh-huh.
And he's not like a tall guy either, so whether they're the same height or he's looking up. At Benjiro.
Benjiro I think I described him in the first episode, but he's like tall and lean.
Oh no, I'm talking about Oro. Oro's not a tall guy.
No, but if you're on the table, you're pretty much at eye level, if that's what you want.
Gotcha.
Broken.
Yeah, that he's
on
standing
the-
on like the remains on the
Yeah.
broken table, giving him a few inches. He raises his finger and points it at Benjiro. Why are you a Shadowscar agent? Why did you lie? I'm seeing a lot of bullshit that you did and decided it'd be a good idea to repeat, and now we're in the same situation. Leslie's gone, we have no idea where he is. I'm pissed off. So tell me, why did you become an agent?
He doesn't say anything, but you see him, because you're face to face, like you see him glance at like a folder that got thrown like across the room when you smash the table. Can you give me mind and awareness?
Oh, why's it gotta be those two?
Oh no.
I only need the one success. At
Oh, you
least
might
one
not get
success.
it. I might have to blow my Inyo on this, but we'll see what happens. With 2 dice, with 1 mind and 1 awareness. Can I penalize myself because I'm angry? Can I only roll 1 dice?
I would say no.
I'm not even sure if that's part of the rules. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, in other circumstances I would, but it's just because in this instance. Anyway, roll and you'll understand.
Gotcha. 2 1s,
Oh
Nice.
my god.
but
Do you burn your?
Oro would burn his Inyo. Like he doesn't want to be angry at Benjiro. He's hoping that Benjiro is a good person and is not doing this for like stupid things like wanting power or being cool.
the folder that got thrown out, when you follow Benjiro's gaze, you see it's got the picture of an agent with a cross over his face with the stamp KIA. And you recognize that face. That's the guy who shielded you during that yokai attack all those years ago.
Do I see a family resemblance?
He's like Benjiro, but older. He's got facial hair, which Benjiro doesn't, so it's... like-
yeah. Also, the guy who saved me was like really confident and good at his job, and Benjiro's always been kind of posing.
Oh yeah, no, that is so not Benjiro. That is so not. But it could be father, brother, cousin, like
Yeah.
Right.
related.
Right. No, just like the demeanor also, like, it just, I didn't put two and two together because the person who saved me was like completely different than Benjiro.
Was cool.
Oh
Yeah, he was cool.
He was cool.
Yeah, and
That
I mean,
couldn't be, he couldn't be
and I mean-
related to Benjiro.
No, and there's only so many. How can I say that? First of all, there's so many people in all the different worlds of the Mosaic that can be part of the agency. And at some point, you know, you saw that person for what? A few seconds in your life?
Mhm.
Like, hence why you didn't clue in until that fateful awareness check.
Yes.
Hmm.
I think his gaze will linger on the picture. I would definitely see like that aura's just staring.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, might as well come clean. I did it for my brother. Half brother. He was, to me, my big brother. And he was everything I would have hoped to be. Except, I'm not a fighter. I'm good at multitasking. I'm not good at fighting. I thought I could join the agency. They would train me to become a shinobi like he was, as good as he was. And I could, I don't know, make him proud or something. From wherever he is.
Oro slowly picks up the file. So you don't think he was killed in action?
Oh, no, I think he was. I'm just not sure what happened. I think he was betrayed. I can't believe my brother would be so reckless as to do what the director told me he did.
Do you have any inkling of who did that?
He points to the file. And says, look on page 5.
Flip to page 5.
It's basically it's like a scanned image of what appears to be notes jotted down on like loose leaves of paper. Of course, Nakatsukuni being a medieval world, people are probably going to have medieval ways of writing. One of the pages has this image of an Hanaya mask, a green horned Hanaya mask. Hanya mask.
Green yokai.
Or um, uh, now I think you've have everything you've got to put two and two together.
Hmm.
I look over at Aya, who, if you're looking through my eyes,
You
Aya.
just look,
Uh,
just like,
Yeah,
I think
Wow,
she
it's
might-
weird.
I'm kind of trying to judge, like,
Yeah.
kind of like, you know, when people know each other decently well. It's like, I'm trying to see where she's at, like, wavelength wise. Like, is she also upset?
Yeah, I
Does she
think
want
she's,
more
she's like,
answers?
yeah, I think she's just trying. She's maybe a little better at it, or is like kind of like being like kind of neutral. But you've seen her when she's kind of like, you know, like in a good mood, and she's not in a good mood.
I think, Benjiro, you've got a little too used to lying or pretending.
It's
You
part
know,
of the
we're your
job.
team. Yeah, but we're your team. You're supposed to be able to trust us, just like we trusted you.
Well, that's why I'm going to betray someone else to make it up to you. He like scooches over, grabs a few of the papers, tables, scrap, but he puts down one of the file that you picked up earlier. So it's this agent marked as MIA.
Mm-hmm.
A blonde man in a cowboy hat with an eye patch over his left eye. He's wearing a duster and he has like a red cravat with a little like golden cameo that holds it.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Chance Lionheart. Chance doesn't know that I've been keeping tabs on him. He was the closest to Satoshi. He has been crossing worlds since. He's not supposed to, but he's been doing it. If anyone could know how to find someone lost in the in-between, it is probably him. Except the agency doesn't know that, but he's joined the Hollow Eye Syndicate. You've heard of the Hollow Eye during your training. They're basically a group of rogue agents.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Mostly criminals.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to either have their own goals or sometimes, like, very self-serving, of course, or sometimes also help out yokai. And sometimes help out the agency, or at least be on the side of like kami and humans. So Chance, at one point in life, was a bounty hunter. And then he became a shinobi. A very loud shinobi. He got trained by the Kuromaku. And was a damn good agent. So I know for a fact that if he dedicated part of his life at trying to find Satoshi, and if he knows anything about where Leslie could be, I'd have to ask him. Which brings me to something work related. This, and he pulls out the schematics of well, in paper form.
Oh yeah, the thing we want.
Of-
The drone.
Yeah, I found out who stole it originally. It was Chance.
He stole it.
He stole it from somewhere on Steel Court and then sent it to someone on Refuge. And then it ended up at auction. To the people of Refuge, it's not that big a deal if, you know, archaic technology gets mixed up in all of this. Of anyone, of any worlds, Refuge is the one we have the least to worry about. It's the one that was hit the hardest, but so I think our goals align, and I'm not hiding any information from you. I think in his quest to find Satoshi, I think he crossed path with Kagura again. And he's using his status as a member of the Syndicate. Maybe... I don't know, that might just be wishful thinking on my part.
Might be a double agent.
That, or he's hoping that she'll open up to him.
Which means we need to be twice as careful about contacting him, because not just that he's working Hollow Eye, it's a possibility that he could be embedded in there,
As a member...
and we could inadvertently bring him to light, and that would, yeah.
So, one more thing about, not really about Chance, but, well, about any rogue agent. Technically, it's an ongoing mission to find and recover all of our wayward ex-members. So,
I mean, if you're not allowed to quit, I don't think that's a great policy, to be honest. But
Thanks for
not
that.
that I'm planning on quitting.
I mean, I wasn't aware that it was a
it's a lifetime commitment.
forever.
I mean, you might not be called upon for years at a time. But when we call, you answer. So he might be spooked by your approach. I would just say be careful.
Where is he?
Last I checked. And Benjiro doesn't seem super happy about this. He is currently in a country called Switzerland. On Steel
Switzerland.
Court.
Oh, that was like a space thing.
No, it's a snow thing.
I hate the cold.
It's got a beautiful view, though.
I heard it was nice.
Steel
we have
Court.
a
Switzerland.
yes. The gate will lead you to a watchmaker's shop. This one's agency owned, which means the people that work there, the watchmaker, as he calls himself, is one of us. Don't be alarmed. He's made of metal. He's one of Steel Court's metal men. Not a kami, not a yokai, not a human.
Yeah.
Get anything you need for requisition? I hope. He looks at Oro. I hope you can learn to trust me again.
Or will turn his attention to Benjiro after kind of like looking through the files and verifying. Benjiro, we're your team. You made a lot of mistakes. And I don't know what possessed you to make them all again. But I know your heart's in the right place. And you're still trying to do the right thing. In your own way. You're a lifeline when we get back out there. I have no choice but to trust you again. Please do not break that trust.
I won't. And I'll stop trying to pretend I'm someone I'm not. Plus, it really hurt my throat doing this.
Doesn't sound comfortable for throat, yeah.
No.
So wait, is this Kagura the one that put the curse on you?
Oh. No, Kagura can't do that. That's something else that I would rather... It's not work-related. Don't worry.
Personal matter. Okay.
It's... Yeah. Maybe someday over drinks. Just... I've also had my fill of drinks. By the way, just because I said I'll keep the files for last, Jasmine is so the picture that you see of her, an intense raven-haired woman. She stares at whoever's taking the photo like she wants to murder them. She's got these bright amethyst color eyes. And her skin tone, probably like olive. The photo in much of the of her file appears to have been redacted. And the photo was like smudged by, say, someone crying over the paper, or often enough that the color sort of like spreads out in like drops. She has a scar on her left cheek, and other than that, it's like a bust, so you can't really see. She was dressed in like the sort of like dark purple blue outfit of the shinobi, the one that you would wear, say, when you're maybe like in training or like at a ceremony. And she is also from, because that would be written on it, she's from 5th Street.
Okay. Same.
5th Street, and she was trained by the Hibana clan.
Maybe an old flame?
What?
Nothing.
No.
All right.
I s- he like blushes and just like grabs the papers, puts them all back in the folder. You have your assignments. I'm gonna keep an eye out for Leslie.
If you hear anything about him, you let us know right away.
I will.
Thank you.
I'll go get refunded
And-
for the.
I think we should wait for requisition after tonight. You still can't see, right?
No.
I don't think we should be charging in to a potential meetup with a rival organization until your vision comes back.
You're right.
Yeah. Is there someone I could see that isn't directly from the agency?
Depends for.
Should we not tell them what just happened to us?
You asked that to Benjiro?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, as
Sounds like
tempting,
no one's come back.
yeah, as tempting as it would be to talk about this, there are a lot of scholars in the agency, especially, well, some among the Hibana clan, but also, like the Futsumashi, would also be interested. Like, you would basically be like thrown from one clan to another to talk to all of their like specialists and everything, and you'd have to like they wouldn't let you live until they get all the info they want, and then only then maybe they
Yeah,
would.
let's wait till we get Leslie back
Yeah.
before we.
Let's not.
I would suggest
I don't want to
recording
deal
it
with that
somewhere.
amount of scrutiny.
What was that, Benjiro?
I'd suggest recording it somewhere. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't hear anything. But you know,
let's write down the experiences. Tuck them in a book somewhere, just in case.
keep them somewhere safe.
We'll rest, and if this doesn't come back, well, we'll go from there. Because I can't do any good not being able to be able to do as much good. Basically sitting back. Because I'm not going to have enough time to get used to it or get fixed up, so.
Yeah, I don't have a doctor, but I know an old grandma that knows her way around her herb garden. Might be able to help you out.
Sure.
That's where we're gonna end tonight. That was like a heavy session.
Yeah, finally got some figuring out some stuff about Benjiro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's the brother of the guy who saved me.
That's, yeah.
Thank you everyone for coming, by the way. Thank you, chat, for being here, for in and out, for interacting over the course of the game. I know I can't like possibly get to all the messages, but I had a lot to talk about tonight to our players. Thank you so much, Lynn, for the art, by the way.
It's so good.
Thank you.
It is as always, it is amazing. And y'all should. Are your commissions open?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna play the intro video after anyway. I suggest all of you just pause. If you're watching the VOD, like at the, I don't know, it's like 10 seconds before it ends. You'll have Lynn's Blue Sky handle, so you can just go and commission her if you want awesome art for your games. That said, I'll throw the mic back to you, players. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, everything you've got going on, and what was your favorite bit tonight. Do the same order as we did our intro, so we'll start with Lynn.
Oh, hey everyone, I'm Lynn. Grimlet art pretty much everywhere on Socials Blue Sky. You can find my art there. And next time you'll be able to see me is on Twitch.tv Otherdoc on Friday for a continuation of our Book Cons of London game, where we are a bunch of booksellers in Edinburgh, where we are I guess gonna have an auction and trying to secure some very, very, very valuable Eldritch tomes from our rivals. And on Sunday on Practical Earth Forest channel, we will be continuing our For Shall Be One Greyhawk game, where we are charged with finding some holy swords, and things aren't going great right now. There is a black dragon on top of its hoard of gold, and our paladin is unconscious. So there might be a fight. There's probably going to be a fight unless somehow we can talk to this dragon. So be sure to catch us. That's a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for being here. And what was your favorite moment tonight?
Oh, I just like the lore being able to deal with it. I really like Oros like stepping up for a while for a long part of it. And the conversation with Benjuro, I think I really liked, because it kind of hit on parts of his their histories and how those kind of intertwine. I love that. I love that stuff. That stuff's great.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Yutai.
Hey, I'm Yutsai. Had a lot of fun today. You can find me Yutsai at Blue Sky. No other streams or games currently. Hopefully that changes. I do like playing with all of you here and others as well. But yeah, honestly, two favorite parts. One, seeing that awesome intro. Love the feel. Love like the intonations and the kind of like the vibes it was putting out. And I hear we might be getting a little something extra next time as well. Fingers crossed. Also, kind of appreciate the kind words, Lynn. I also really enjoyed the beginning part where we were dealing with just drifting through the realm between worlds and kind of like Simon's very descriptive like weirdness and how like Aya spoke, and that it became a memory of me hearing someone in my past when I was sick. As well as also just kind of like I love that little scene with the kid and Aya asking for an autograph. And I don't think Oro knows the full context behind Aya and her amazing friends. So that was like, something more about Aya. She was being so secretive last time. We didn't really learn much about her in her home. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And also, yeah, Benjiro just kind of coming clean, a little heart to heart.
Yeah.
Hopefully we find Leslie next time.
Mm-hmm. You reminded me I needed to note something down for next time. Yes. By the way, players, you can all increase a skill by 1.
Oh, cool. Hey.
Is this the first time?
No, I think that's the second time.
Oh wait. No.
Did we not do any like leveling
No,
up
we-
the first time?
No, we didn't. No,
I don't think
we
so.
haven't.
Oh,
No,
all
we
right. So then increase either 1 skill by 2 or 2 skills by 1.
Okay.
Hmm.
I should
No
probably...
new Mikior techniques though, right?
I would say you can use both your points to learn technique.
That's
Oh.
tempting.
Oh, I know
tempting.
that is.
Techniques
Yeah,
are a
let's,
lot of
let's
fun.
give you
I'm already-
choices.
I'm
Okay,
already,
I'm
like-
gonna. I knew which skills I wanted to increase, but now I have to think about it.
Yeah, I have to look on my techniques.
So, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. You can find me again next week. Here again for some more Shadowscar. I've got other stuff in the work. I don't think I've been. Oh shit! I haven't announced it publicly. Well, world premiere. We after a lot of internal debate with myself and talking with the team, we stopped the Scion game.
Mm.
It's been going for 2 years, but we've been having a lot of scheduling issues lately. And I realized after having like a break and doing stuff on my own that that I need some more time off when I can get it sometimes. So that's nice. I don't know how long it'll last, because I for sure will probably fill that, not that time slot, but fill some of that freedom that I have, on my schedule with something else, because that's how I am. I will also be next month during the Greater Restoration charity event. I'll be over on GR kind of last year. It's going to be on Sunday, April 27th. I'm GMing a game of Escape from Incel Island, a game that was created by Margaret Killjoy, based on, well, not created by her. She wrote the novel, and the other person from Stranger in the Wilderness, I believe it's the name of their outfit. They print indie games, and they also have a lot of like anarchist info. If you like if you like a bit of cyberpunk in your life, if you catch my drift. But they're awesome, and yeah, so I'll be jamming Escape from Incel Island for charity. So on that note, have a good night. I'll leave you on the video, and once again, watch out, it's gonna be loud.